Yep. Okay. Here's the next setup. Couple things I forgot to tell y'all. Number one, when you're going through at the very end, if you look right here, before you clamp that line, you're supposed to squeeze it and you'll see the fluid going up and down. If you don't, then you hit back on the machine and it'll prime it again. And then you got to clamp it. Okay, so next thing you got to do is you got to put bleach inside the gauze. Oh, and you got to make sure you wash your hands before you do this again for 2 minutes. And something else you got to do is, I'll show you in a minute, but here's your catheter line. This right here, you got to make sure this thing is always connected. If it comes undone, then you need to go to your dialysis center right away. And here's the cap. If that comes undone, you need to go to dialysis right away because you can get peritonitis. Now, you got the bleach inside the gauze, and you keep that in there for 2 minutes. Every single time before you set this machine up, you have to take your blood pressure, your temperature, check your sugar, and your heart rate. And then, because in the morning time, you have to put all this information in the machine. So, as you're letting this soak in the bleach, you're going to take the cap, which is at the end of this right here. You're going to open it up, and you're going to put it in the end part right here. This is for the morning time, so when you go to disconnect, you can hook it in there. So, I'm not counting right now, but you take this stuff right here, it's like a hand sanitizer. You have to do this every single time you hook up or when you connect and disconnect. You got to make sure that your hands aren't wet and that they are dry. Then you take it out of the bag and you hook it into, if I can get it, into that part. You take this part off, hold on to it, disconnect that, hook it to that, put this back on here, throw this in the trash. Then you've got a clamp right here and a clamp right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and unclamp this, and I'm going to, for now, unclamp this. Then you start your machine for the night. And then I'll show you what happens. Sometimes during this process right here, you can go through cramping. Also, what you got to do right here, this is what is coming out of your stomach. You have to make sure that the fluid in here is not cloudy and that it's clear. So what you're supposed to do is line it up with something that you can read and make sure that you can see that the fluid is clear. If it's cloudy, that could mean that you have peritonitis. So right now it's at 11 milligrams. If I had a lot of fluid coming out of me in the drain cycle, which it says right there, drain, then it would be up to like maybe 30, 40, 50, 100, or whatever. So since it's at 11, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bypass it. by hitting the OK button. It'll say bypass, and I'm going to say yeah. So then what it'll do is it'll start filling me up with that much fluid. That'll stay in me for about 2 hours, and it'll drain. It goes through 3 fills and 3 drains. I will show you in the morning how you disconnect. In the meantime, bye.